Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, God-Given Health. I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to prepare one of my famous dishes. It is ground turkey, delicious, my very delicious ground turkey that substitutes for beef. So this is healthy. You can use it in any recipe that calls for beef. And so it's very delicious. Every time I make it, my family loves it. I include it with a lot of other dishes when I'm cooking. So you could pair this with, I'm going to pair this today with green beans. And so you could pair it with beans, lima beans, pinto beans, white beans, any type of beans you could pair this with. It also goes great with macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, rice. So you could pair this. This is a main dish, meat dish, and so you could pair with anything. And it's very healthy. And so I cook this all the time. I cook it at least 2 to 3 times a month. So that's what we're going to prepare today. So as you can see, I got my skillet heating up already. It's on medium high, medium heat. And so this is a gas stove, and so cooks a little faster if you don't have a gas stove. If you have electric, this cooks a little faster, okay? And so here's my meat. This is ground turkey. You can get, I bought this at Smith's. They're also KROGER's, the same people. So if you have a KROGER, you might have a KROGER in your area. And so that's who I use. That's what I use for this. Okay, so we're just going to start out with our spices. So black pepper. These are 2 to 3. My sizes are 2 to 3 teaspoons. This is how much I'm using. And forgive my hand. I'm taping with one hand and holding my phone with another so I could get an adapter for my camera, a better adapter. I have one, but okay, I'm putting cayenne pepper. I don't want to put too much. Okay, and so now I'm going to use some paprika. I love paprika. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and so now garlic. Got to put the garlic salt. So this comes out. I got all these from COSTCO. I don't know if you guys have a COSTCO where you live. Okay, so my skillet is heating up, and I'm putting one of my favorites, extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to be putting some of that in there, in the skillet. This is going to be about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I use olive oil very liberally because it's extremely good for the heart. Okay, so we're just going to let that warm up. It's already getting hot, so it should only be about, I see it sizzling already. Okay, so the meat, so basically I just dump the meat in there upside down. So once it's in there upside down, I take my fork and I mash it. You hear it sizzling? I gotta mash it down. Show you how I do this. So just gonna mash it all the way down. Then that's good enough. This is a real big skillet, so that's good. So now I'm going to put some more seasoning. I'll start with the cayenne. I'm just going to use real little because I put some on the other side. Garlic salt. All this I got from COSTCO. So this is why it's in the skillet. Just to save on dishes. Okay, because I don't like washing dishes. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy cook. I like cooking fast, but we have to eat healthy, so that's what I'm doing. So now some paprika. Put the same stuff I did on the other side. Okay. So we have to let this sear. Remember what searing is? Where you kind of toast it a little bit on each side. So I'm going to let this sear. It should be about 3 to 5 minutes. And then I'm going to flip it over and sear it on the other side. And then we'll put the lid on so the inside could cook. So this only takes all together about 10 to 15 minutes max, and then I'll show you what else we're gonna do. Okay, so that's been about 3 minutes. Now we're gonna turn it over. So I usually cut it in half like this, like patties. This is ground turkey. Sometimes I make patties out of this. I'm just gonna flip it over. I need to turn my heat down. Okay, so it's been about 2 to 3 minutes. So right now I want to see inside. It's almost brown. It's already done almost inside. But just to be sure, I still got to put my lid on it. And so that's what I'm going to do. So doing this with the fork is just going to help it cook a little faster. Okay, I'm going to put my lid on it. So it could cook inside internally, and just turn it down even a little more. And so now I'm going to let that cook another 2 to 3 minutes. Because it's cooking kind of fast, like I said, because it's a gas stove. And so I'm trying to lose weight. I have a little weight to lose, but this is a good way to eat all the time anyway. It's very delicious, very tasty. And like I said, it goes with everything, and it replaces beef. And so beef is a good thing to eat beef every now and then, because of the B vitamins and stuff, but you can't eat it. It's not healthy to eat all the time. And so here on God Given Health, we try and be health conscious. Another thing I want to do before I forget is we got to add the garlic. So the garlic, so we're going to put about this much garlic, not too much. See this garlic, we're going to put this much. It's about half a tablespoon. And so I put this right in the middle. Right in the middle. And sometimes I also add a little more olive oil. Remember I told you it's very, very good for you. And so I just add about a tablespoon of olive oil to that. So it's not going to hurt the food. And then I just stir it up a little bit. We're going to continue to stir it, but this just to get it started. And put the lid back on. So like I was saying, the garlic is extremely good for your immune system. It's also good for your heart health. Prevents a lot of illnesses. And so that's what you want to do. You want to cook with garlic and olive oil, especially if you're over 30. That's what you want to start doing. It's a very good, healthy habit. So we're going to let this cook about 3 minutes. Okay, so that's been about 3 minutes. And so we just want to make sure we stir the garlic in there really well. Done, and we're gonna set this aside. And so the oil you see, that's just olive oil, and the juice is mixed. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside. Okay, beloved, so here's my small pot. Inside you see about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. So here's the onion that I chopped up to put in here. So I'm just letting the oil heat up just real little bit. So I got the onions in there, medium low, they're sizzling. Turn it down a little more. So it's not really low. I'm gonna put a little bit more olive oil. The olive oil is not gonna hurt you. It's gonna heal you and help you stay well if you're not sick. So that's a lot of onions. That's about a quarter onion. You can add less if you want, and you're not really an onion person. I used to hate onions when I was little. I was a teenager, but it's like now I rarely cook without them because they just add that flavor. So we're gonna let these cook until they're opaque. Then we're going to add the green beans. The onions are opaque. That was about 2-3 minutes. So now we're just going to add the green beans that we opened. It's a can of green beans. We're going to add all of the juice with it. And just stir it in there. You don't have to do too much. So we're going to let this simmer. We're going to put the lid on, but we're going to put some pepper first. I like a little pepper. Not too much on there. Stir it in there just a little. And bring this to a light simmer. That's what we're going to do. Put the lid. 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to add the meat. Okay, so as we can see, it's simmering. I'm going to turn it down. It's almost boiling pretty much, but that's fine. So, you know, just want to make sure the beans are assimilating with the onions. It's getting that flavor of the onions. So now we're going to add, as you can see, I already have a spoon ready. We're going to add the ground turkey. You can put however much you want. Depends on how many people you're feeding. This will serve 2 to 3 people. Okay, and this is a main meal. This is all you need right here. So you just put the meat in there. I just let it lay on top a little bit for a few minutes and then put the lid back on. Then we're going to simmer this for real, not boil. Simmer is a real tiny boil. So probably about 5 minutes. Okay. This is extremely delicious. Trust me, you gotta try this. It's very healthy, but it's delicious. And food that's healthy but not delicious, we're not gonna eat it. And so you're gonna eat this, you're gonna love it, you're gonna eat it. It's very good. And like I said, if you don't like green beans, then you can add pinto beans, lima beans, like I was saying before. White beans, don't matter. Kidney beans, any type of beans, or even rice, macaroni and cheese. If you want it extra spicy, you can put a little jalapeno peppers in there too, maybe about 3 jalapeno peppers, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay, so we want to check in, it's simmering. So now you just want to marry the beans and the onion with the turkey. It's almost done. See those juices in there? You can add less of the green bean juice if you want. Get those green beans in there. So it's almost done. We'll put the lid on it. That's a couple more minutes. About 2 to 3 minutes. Then we'll be ready to chow down. Okay, so here's our beans and they are done. You could turn the stove off. The seasoning from the meat and everything has been marinated. The green beans have been marinated with the ground turkey. So we're going to serve this up. You can serve this with cornbread if you want. But I'm trying to watch my weight, so I'm just going to eat it by itself. But if it was Sunday is my eat what I want day. So I eat whatever I want on Sunday, including bread. But today is Tuesday. And so I'm just going to eat it by itself. So I use a slotted spoon because of the juices. So I use a slotted spoon. Put it over here on my plate. Probably eat just a tad bit more, not too much more. I want to make sure I get some of that meat. The ground turkey. So here it is, my very delicious green beans. Ground turkey specialty with beans. So let's see how it tastes. Let's get a little bit. See how it tastes. Very delicious. You don't have to add salt because we put the garlic salt. Okay, and here on God Given Health, we got to watch our intake, especially of sodium and sugar. So yeah, it's very good. So make you some. Love you.